Hey guys, what's going on? Gonna take a look at Aptos. Ticker for this is APT, and I'm currently on the weekly time frame. This one hasn't really been on my radar lately, but I had a request to take a look at it, and I'm glad I followed up on that because this is clearly one of the more bullish coins right now. We've broken out of a long-term falling wedge pattern. And yeah, we're just kind of like heading up right now. I think this is one of the biggest gainers on the day. Before I get into the details, though, I just want to mention that if you're not subscribed and you want to get notified when I release new content, click subscribe, click the bell, click on all. If you click away without doing that, you just may have a hard time finding the channel again in the future because it's relatively new, pretty low subscriber count, and because of that, I'm not really prioritized in the search algorithm. Okay, so Aptos. What happened here is, yeah, obviously we're breaking out of this long-term falling wedge pattern. We came down, we retraced pretty close to the 786, I believe. So let me take a run a fib from the low to the high. Yeah, pretty close. Basically, we kind of front run the 786 Fibonacci retracement level just slightly. So not all surprising that we got a bounce around here, and of course that was basically pretty much near the lower level of the support line of the falling wedge, broken out. And now the question is, where can you get in, and where are the potential levels of resistance? Okay, so I'm going to get rid of that, and then I'm just going to change the time frame here. And you see how I have this this kind of range marked out right here. This is based on the closing price of the daily candles. Normally I'll look at the weekly, and I'm going to shift to the weekly right after I just kind of show you where this is. So you see right here, this level was a support for quite a while. So 3 bounces off the support. When we broke it, we came back up to it, and then this support flipped to a resistance, and then this was holding us down another 3 or 4 touches off this until we got smashed back down. And now with the price coming back up to it, you can anticipate that this level is going to serve as a resistance once again. So on the daily time frame, I have this level marked out. The top range of this particular level is $7.94. I'm going to take this out to the weekly time frame now, though, and there's something else I want to show you. So this looks a little bit different. So you see on the weekly time frame, we have basically these wicks that come above it. So that's quite possible on the daily time frame. Now, what I like to prioritize is where the candle bodies close on the weekly time frame, right? So this time I'm going to take a Fibonacci, and I'm going to run it from the swing high down to the swing low, drag it across here, and this is going to give us some projection targets, right? So what I'm looking for on this this fib pool is I want to see the Fibonacci basically be confluent with the price action, right? So I just mentioned that on the daily time frame we have this level of resistance right here, topping out is $7.94. But you'll see right here we have the 3A2 Fibonacci pool, which lines up more likely with these wicks on the weekly time frame, right? So I would look at this as kind of like a range. So the resistance potentially is going to be anywhere from $7.85 up to $8.21. Now that's a pretty big range. I think it's more likely that we do make it up to this 3A2. But if I'm going to target this, I would front run it a little bit. I would look to pull profits at around $8.13. But again, you do have that daily level of resistance at $7.94. So it just depends. Like if you're in a trade right now, where you anticipate the selling pressure to come in, if you want to exit your position and hope to buy a pullback. However, doing so would be a little bit risky because, as I mentioned, we have broken a falling wedge bullish pattern. So when I mentioned that this is going to be a resistance range, I'm not suggesting that you basically exit your entire position. If you're willing to hold this, because ultimately the target on this is much higher than obviously this $8 range. So if you want to hold this for a longer term swing trade, then yeah, that's probably a good idea. But if you're just trading, if you're just trying to get in and out quickly, then obviously, yes, there's going to be a lot of selling pressure coming in this range right here. So you can play that how you like. If the price, if you're not in this and then you see the price come up here and then starts forming some bearish candle formations. Potentially that can give you a short entry where you enter the short, place a stop loss above this 382 Fibonacci. That if I was to enter a short, this is definitely where I would place my stop loss, right above these wicks and above this 382. And then the target on that, I'd probably target the top of these candle bodies right here. So that would probably give you a good R&R trade setup. Alternatively, if you wanted to long this, which would probably be the ideal bias, considering, as I mentioned, we've broken out of a long-term downtrend. My point to enter a long position would have to be a weekly candle close above this 382. I could enter a close above this 382 on the daily as well. However, it's just going to be a little bit more risky, but entering on the daily time frame would enable me to put a tighter stop loss. So if I am wrong, I wouldn't lose as much. I probably just lose a few percent. And my target of entering this 382, a candle body close above this 382 would be this 50% retracement level. So that's pretty good. This 382 is at $8.23. My take profit on that would be about $9.80 right here at this 50. And my stop loss would be, I probably risk only 1%. Actually, let's see what that would look like. So I'm going to change this to the daily, and theoretically, if I was to enter, you know what, daily candles above here and target the 50. Let's see what kind of R&R that would give me here. So long position, candle body close above here. If I'm going to enter here, my target would be, I'd front run the 50 slightly, and my stop loss would be below this 382. That would give me an R&R of 1 to 4.68. Potentially getting over 16% if my target is hit to the upside, and I would only have to risk 3.46% for that particular trade setup. But yeah, that's just if we start closing daily candles above here. That's the potential trade to the long side. If we get a lot of selling pressure come in right here, then obviously the trade would be a short with a stop loss above the 382. Probably targeting again down around this range. And where we are right now, I don't have basically a level of support to buy against. What I normally do when I see like the price become slightly overextended on the daily time frame, but I feel that the odds are that it's going much higher, I'll take it down to the smaller time frame, and I'll look for entries based on the smaller time frame, and I'll look for a support level that I could buy against, right? So you see right here, we've had several pullbacks to this upsloping level of support, so a good opportunity to get in would have been right here. On this pullback to this upsloping trend line, you could have entered the long and placed a stop loss below. I would have put it below this upsloping level of support and this wick, and then that's how you get in. When the price looks extended on the higher time frames, you just take it down to the lower time frame, because that will enable you to basically, if you're wrong, you're going to get stopped out pretty quickly if you just find these levels of support to buy against. Right now, I wouldn't. It would be risky to buy this right now, because I'd have to place my stop below this swing low, and I'd probably have to risk a few percent at least. Ideally, in this situation, what I would do, I would mark out the top here. Let me show you. Horizontal line. I'd mark the top. Just to be conservative, I'd do it at this wick, and if we start closing, even candle like 4-hour candle above here, I can enter a long and then place my stop loss below this support level. Okay, so that's probably how I would do it. I'm going to be entering at a higher price, but I'm going to have much less risk doing so. Let's see here. Yeah, so hopefully you guys found that helpful. Just a few trade ideas. Ultimately, I think this is really good news for Aptos, this breakout. It's one of the better looking altcoins. And the first target range is going to be this cluster right here. Actually, I'll just extend this right here. So this is the first level of resistance, the resistance box, right? So it ranges once again from about $7.84 up to $8.21. But you see, so the price comes up here and we have wicks cutting through it. But right here is where I anticipate a lot of sell pressure to come in. And you can decide what you want to do from there. If you want to pull profits and hope to get in on a pullback, or if you want to enter a short, or however you want to play it. But this level is going to be significant, right? And then beyond that, if we start closing candles above here, I'm going to target the 50. Personally, I'd probably target the 50 up to $9.81. And then, you know what? if we get to this point, I'll just make a new video giving you guys an update on the new levels after that. All right, guys, hopefully you found that helpful. And if you did, smash the like button and click subscribe if you want to get notified when I release new content. All right, guys, take care. Bye.